Hey, everybody, welcome to Morphin Grid. I'm Jake.
I'm Josh. That's awful timing.
Were you swallowing when I said that? So, today we are watching episode 44 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Lions and Blizzards. I think that name is a reference to something that I just don't know. It sounds like it's a reference.
I didn't mean the dead sounds. I was trying to remember. I know there's a lizard monster, but like lion is right in the title. But I don't remember an episode where there's a lion and a lizard monster.
Well,
I mean, I don't remember a lot of episodes.
Lions and Blizzards.
But
like the nor'easter. Blizzard would be a good snow lizard monster.
Yeah.
But it's counterintuitive because lizards fall asleep when they get cold. So,
but not if it's a monster.
Well, that's true.
If it's an ice monster.
Rules. Anyway, it aired February 10th, 1994.
This is my birthday episode.
Little baby Josh was turning 8.
8.
Yeah, how's your 8th birthday? You remember at all?
No.
Okay. I think we're just gonna jump right into it. We're gonna go watch the episode. If you're new here, that's what we do. We go watch an episode of Power Rangers after pausing this recording, and then we come back and we talk about it. And we invite you to watch along if you have Netflix or the DVDs or basic comprehension of how Google searches work. I'm sure you can figure it out. Yeah, we're gonna watch the episode.
It's Morphin time! Hey, we're back. We just watched Lions and Blizzards. And Angela. Oh, my.
Yep, Lions and Blizzards and Angelas. Oh, my.
Tried to think of a third thing, and that seemed like the only appropriate.
There's like a goat.
Well, like that's part of the monster. Let's talk about the episode. Let's get into it.
Well,
go through the spiel.
Before we get into it,
Go through the...
Don't try to rush it. This is a delicate dance, okay? So...
Look, it's in the description of the episode.
Right, but repetition breeds familiarity. Don't worry about it. So, before we get into the episode, morphingrid.tumblr.com is the website that you can go to look at posts that I make about this. There's show notes. There are fun pictures. There's pictures of things that Kimberly wore, so you can...
No new ones, though, for the last, 4
we're getting
episodes.
to it. Look, I'm unpacking. It's a new place. I'm a lazy garbage monster.
That's
it's
fine.
a whole process.
No, I know what being a garbage monster is like.
So, go there. This is a Monday episode, so hopefully by Monday this will go up. I have Sunday off and no plans.
So, I mean,
I'm
get
still slightly unpacking. Slightly. By slightly, I mean 100% almost.
No, 99%. You got these 3 boxes
I got 3
done.
boxes. I got a little half a box done. That's it, though. No, I got a crate done, too, that have food in it. That food is now on a shelf.
Yes.
So, if you want to email us, you can do that, littleidiots.morphingrid@gmail.com. We love emails. We get some. We don't get as much as I would like. That's my fridge again. My fridge knows when we podcast. So, just be aware of my fridge.
It does that all the time. You just don't notice it because you don't want it to be quiet.
Right, exactly. So, yeah, email us if you got anything you want to tell us or any links you want to share or anything at all that won't fit in 140 characters, because the other place you can get a hold of us is Twitter. We're at Morphin Grid. We're more active on there, but email. I enjoy long form emails. That's just me. I do enjoy
That's fine.
I like the immediate interaction of Twitter. Every medium is
You
valid.
can get the best of both if you go on our Facebook.
Boom.
Facebook.com/The Morphin Grid.
Yes.
Where you can send us a message with no character limits, but it's more direct than an email.
Right.
It's like weird middle ground.
Yeah. It's this nice little space right in between those two places.
Yeah.
Josh posts mostly on there.
I post when I can, when I have
when
stuff
he has
to post.
stuff to post. I know. We're waiting on me. We'll get it. We talked about this. We're also on iTunes. If you want to leave us a rating and review, that would be great. Apparently, you can just leave ratings. I didn't know that. You can just leave a rating if you want.
Yeah, that's the mystery one, I guess. Someone was just like, this is 5 stars, but I'm not going to tell them why. So thank you, that guy.
So thank you.
Or girl.
Thank you, human being who listens to this podcast and thinks that we're 5 stars, because I don't want to brag or anything, but we're kind of a 5-star podcast right now. And
Our average rating is 5 stars,
5 stars.
which means that all of our ratings are 5 stars.
That's pretty exciting. So thank you guys who have rated and reviewed so much. It means a lot to us.
It really does.
Because that means iTunes will feature us more.
This stuff seems to happen. Like we got that review and I was like, I should... Why am I alive? What is my life right now? And then we got like that 5-star review, and I was like, oh, this is the perfect time to get that.
They've been working out.
And then CM Strike tweeted us that we're like his top podcast on a day that I felt like garbage. So you guys don't really understand how much it actually means to me on a personal level.
It affects us a lot. We super appreciate it. And if you want to keep, I don't know where the sentence is going.
If you want to keep
doing that, that'd be great. I don't know.
Keep rating us.
Keep rating
if you
us.
can.
Try it again. Yeah, see if you can again.
Make another account. Who's gonna know?
Who's gonna know? Nobody.
Anyway, can we talk about the episode yet?
I think we can talk about the episode.
Right.
I don't have anything else to say other than look forward to a bonus episode in the coming weeks about the new Ninja Turtles movie and how that movie will probably affect Power Rangers. That's our next bonus episode that's on the plate.
Yeah.
We got some stuff that we'll talk about too. But
we got an email about the Power Ranger movie that we're going to read. So if you're listening to this early enough, you can also email us ideas or thoughts about the Power Ranger movie. And we will read them on the pre-recorded air.
We'll read them live to us.
Editing is minimal. It's mostly just cutting out dead space.
It's cutting out dead space and ums and uhs. It makes me sound like a competent human being. You're pretty fine on your ums and uhs.
Am I? Oh, thank you. I took a speech class.
I did too, and I was not good at it.
I got a D in it.
I don't remember what I got.
Because my last speech, I was like, no, I don't care.
I don't even remember it. My brain and my mouth are not connected, so one of them does things without consulting the other one, and yeah, here we are. Anyway, let's talk about the episode. So we start off the episode on a big old sign that says Oddball Games. I guess there is a fair. It looks like it's school sponsored, like field day.
Right.
Sort of thing. You got a field day. So it's not just a Ringe Memorial thing.
No, I had a field day.
Cool. So there's, I forget what the first one was. It was between Bulk and Jason. It was like a tire race.
They were running through the tires, yep.
So there's like a blue team and a red team, and they're doing, there's events, and you accrue points somehow. It's not explained until there's a tie. It's not even explained then. It's just explained that there is points and a tie.
Yep.
So the first one is a tire race, football style, football training
That's
style.
just where we jump in, though.
Right. There's been probably
they've been doing this like all day.
All day. And it's between Bulk and Jason. Jason's on the red team. Bulk's on the blue team. Jason wins because Bulk falls on his face and eats it. Literally gets grass in his mouth.
Yep. On the last tire.
The last tire, he was so close. The next one is a sack race between Zach and Angela. I did write that down. Zach again, red team. Angela's on the blue team. Did Angela win? Or did Zach win again?
They hop off camera. They just hop out of the shot. So who knows?
That one is Schrodinger's sack race. I know there was some smack talk.
Zach was like, I don't know what he said.
It's pretty tame. It was like, I'm going to beat you.
Yeah, but it was like
flirty.
Had a little bit of Zach flair on it.
The last one that we saw before the tie was announced was a wheelbarrow race. Jason and Trini were on the red team. Bulk and Skull were on the blue team. At one point, Bulk was just pushing Skull
on the grass.
The dirt. Yeah,
like just scraping his face on it. It was that's gross.
That was gross. They won, obviously.
Jason and
Trini. They being the people I looked at in my notes,
not the people we just
and
talked
did not
about.
Not the people we were talking about. That's a Jake problem. So Kaplan comes in as the official judge of Oddball Games. He says there is a tie.
Well, he's like, the red team wins, but the points are tied. It's pretty much just that.
Yeah.
He's like, so we got to have a tug of war.
One final thing, which is a tug of war. The classic, how do we break this tie game, tug of war.
Right.
So you have a lot of people on one side, a lot of people on the other side. All of the Power Rangers are on the red team. Yep. Everybody else. I guess there's more people on both teams. It's not
There
just
are
like
some like just background guys on the red team.
yeah.
Because on the blue team, the only characters we know and or care about are Bulk, Skull, and Angela.
right, and there's this one creeper dude,
There's
right?
a creepy guy.
When they're getting ready to tug, Zach's like, "Hey, Angela, you want to defect to the winning side?" And she's like, "Yeah, right, Zach." And then Bulk's like, "Yeah, Angela knows where the real men are." And then some dude behind Angela is just like patting her arm, like really creepy.
But like a creepy guy.
It's like, you don't know her. Back up, dude. Like, just pull the rope. You can pull your hands on the rope anyway. They started tugging. You'd be one man down because you only have one on. He'd go flying. They would lose immediately instead of just eventually, like they do. 'Cause, spoilers, the Power Rangers win.
Spoilers, Bulk and Skull get mud on their face.
Yes, as is Angela and Mr. Kaplan.
Yes.
And
Mr. Kaplan, I don't even know how he got in there.
I think he was just a little too close and got caught up by Bulk and Skull flying forward 11 feet because they were noticeably farther ahead than everybody else. They refused to let go, whereas everyone else was like, nah, we're losing this.
Yeah.
And they were like, no. And then they got the force of 30 people dragging them into mud. At one point, Trini yells about teamwork. So that's consistent. So that's nice.
Way to gung-ho!
I don't think she said gung-ho.
What if she did? I know she didn't.
I would have liked it if she would have. Because that's a dumb thing that she tried to make happen, but a little consistency would have been nice. This also, I should note that this is for the Noble Lion Trophy.
Yes.
Which is a lion.
Who knows
on
what
a trophy.
The monster this week could be.
It's got its own pedestal. Could be anything. Monster could be anything in this episode entitled Lions and Blizzards. Maybe this is the lion and the monster is a blizzard.
It's the blizzard.
Stay tuned. So we're going to do What Was Kimberly Wearing? Part 1. Part 1 of What Was Kimberly Wearing. And this is a good episode. I'm into this episode as far as what Kimberly is wearing. So part 1, she's wearing a long sleeve polo performance fleece thing. I'm not sure how to describe it other than that.
This outfit is like the most regular clothes.
This whole day is like the next one is a little less regular, but still pretty regular.
It's like a Kimberly standard,
right?
But like this is just regular clothes. This is just like a fleece polo
and then
jeans.
Yeah, and then some sneakers and I think it's because they're like, dude, we're doing field day. And she's like, I got dirt all over my dress last time. I tried to look cute when we were playing in the mud. Not doing it again.
Tommy's not even here.
Who do I have to impress? Tommy's not even here.
The picnic with Billy didn't work out. I tried wearing curtains and everything. I don't.
Because he's into that. Oh, it's a secret Julie watch. She's trying to trick him. Oh, I just remembered Trini's hat later. Oh, that's a thing.
Wah wah.
That's a note.
I thought it was kind of cute.
The hat?
I was into it a little bit.
You would be.
And like, oh, look at you.
I get it. Okay, so they are celebrating their win, their domination of Tug of War, and they're just like laughing about things that happen, like friends do, you know. And I like moments like this where it's just like they're friends talking.
Well, like
there's nothing.
This
pressing.
was the first thing, like, because Bulk and Skull are always super competitive with the Rangers, but like the little banter between Bulk and Jason at the beginning of this was like, it was still them like, we're gonna crush you nerds, but it was more fun and like lighthearted.
Yeah. It wasn't like, we hate you, you're geeks. We want to punch your face.
Right. It's just, we're gonna win this tug of war, and then you're gonna be in the mud, and it's gonna be hilarious.
It's like, you're gonna have mud on your face for once. Wrong. Sorry, Bulk, you're wrong. Also, forgot to mention, Zach comes over to Angela and he lays his little vest because they're wearing those like, hey, you're playing soccer,
that like
so
mesh
you need a
fabric
mesh,
with holes for your limbs and head.
Yeah, it's not really a vest. It's more
not
like a square.
I wouldn't call it a shirt.
It's like a square that they cut some holes out of. And so he lays his down next to Angela like they do in 1940 movies where they're like, here, lady, step across this puddle on my jacket. I just ruined my jacket for you. Please step across
Your
this
feet
puddle.
are going to get just as wet because then the jacket's just going to go into the puddle.
So, look, chivalry died for a reason. And she like accepts his hand. And she has giant Mickey Mouse hands because she was wearing gloves for the tug of war. And they're covered in mud, so they look enormous. And so she...
I liked this part, too. because there was just like a little chemistry between Zach
Right?
and Angela.
Yeah. And we'll see that again a little later in the episode.
See some stuff again.
Look, we got stuff to talk about when we get there. So
The stakes of being a Power Ranger.
the stakes of being a Power Ranger, man. Kimberly specifically said, or maybe it was Trini, it was a girl, it was one of the two girls. I didn't write down who, I just wrote down what they said. They're like, did you see Bulk's face when he hit the mud? Yes. And so have you. Pretty much every episode.
Well, like, no. You didn't see his face when he hit the mud because it was in the mud.
But what I think she means is like, oh, his face is all covered in mud. You see that? That was funny. But like, they
Right.
see him covered in all sorts of stuff all the time. This is not new to them. If anything, they should be like, oh, Bulk got hit again. That's sad.
I'm kind of sad for him. Poor guy.
Poor guy. So then they go back. They're talking about the trophy and how like Ernie's gonna love it, and which I think they mean they're gonna like be like, here, Ernie, display this somewhere,
Right.
Because we're your favorite customers and we want a trophy for you or something. I
Because
don't
we
know.
always get the drink for free.
For free.
Wink.
Well, last episode, I don't think we mentioned it. Last episode, he said like, if you help me do this thing,
No, he was gonna cook up Billy's catch, and it was gonna be on the
it'll
house.
be on the house. Yes, okay. So like, I like things.
That was a
like,
lobster.
It was a lobster.
He was gonna prepare a lobster, for
Lobster
free.
them. Well, I like preparing it. You do yourself, and it's really easy.
But like
Boil
he
it-
had everything that he puts in it, he has to supply other than the lobster.
right.
like-
Well, you just put the lobster in water.
Butter and lemon to go with it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe some garlic if you're fancy.
Yeah. Oh, you fancy, huh?
Oh yeah. So this is okay. I said out loud, "Oh come on, guys!" at this part because it's the most consistent and inconsistent thing about Power Rangers, and then that snowballs into the same thing again later. I'll say in a minute. So they're like, speaking of the trophy, it's missing, and they turn around and the trophy is gone.
Right.
And they're like, oh, I bet Bulk and Skull did this. But a minute before, we jumped up to the moon
Yes.
where Goldar was like, we're going to steal that trophy because I hate those Power Rangers.
He did say, because it was just like a bunch of Goldar yelling, and like a lot of it didn't compute.
It was hard to
But
get.
then later, when they said that the monster's name was Gotan, Goldar did say Gotan in his rant.
Yes.
So he's like, get the trophy, make it Gotan, and kill the Rangers! Rah, 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 rah.
Rebel, 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 rebel.
Here's the thing I noticed, and this might be your oh come on guys thing.
Yep.
Is that we jump to Rita, trophy's missing, and they go, it must be Bulk and Skull. But it was Bulk and Skull.
Exactly. It
So
was.
whenever something like this happens, whenever there's an earthquake, whenever something goes missing, they're always right about why.
They always guess who did it, and they're always right.
Yeah.
And it makes no sense because they don't. There's a pattern, right? Like it's always like they're always correct, but they don't learn from the last one. They make an entirely new guess every time, and
Right.
it's still always correct. Like
And if something's missing, it's going to end up being the monster.
eventually, all things
Like-
tend towards monster.
So like they should have been like, just to keep up with they're the best guessers in the world. Like it must have been Bulk and Skull. We should get it back before Rita takes it,
right?
Because it's ours and it's
Because
missing.
it's ours, and she hates us. She hates us personally. She hates us for a lot of reasons. Yeah, the weird thing, they were right, but it was presented to us, the viewer, as like Goldar took it because they just said, "Let's go take that," and then it was missing. So we are led
Yeah.
to believe that Goldar took it, and then they're like, it was Bulk and Skull, and it would have been great if it wasn't, because I was expecting
Right.
the next thing for them to just be like, we lost. Let's clean up some of this mud because we're covered in it, and then like them to like confront them and be like, it wasn't us this time. Like that would have been awesome, but instead it was them, and then Goldar takes it.
Yep.
Like, because we jump back up to the moon, and he's like, send some putties down to distract the Rangers so we can get that thing. And they do just that. So they send the putties down. There's a putty fight on the same playground that happened in a previous episode. They've fought here before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the episode. I do remember something that happened in that episode, so maybe it'll strike your memory. Trini and Kimberly are fighting alone,
Okay.
and Trini gets knocked down, and can't seem to get back up. Is that agreeing with evil?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. I know. I can see it. I just don't know when.
Because they're like,
where it
Zordon, we need
falls.
help. We're getting attacked by putties. And they teleport down. And then Billy's like, I got her. And just pushes Kimberly out of the way.
Right.
This is the same playground as that. Also, we both came to the conclusion at the same time that, like, playgrounds are a cool place for fight scenes.
They're really good battle arenas.
There's so much to do. There's so much stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
At one point, Trini throws a putty up a slide.
up a slide. I like Zach's, like toss or maybe a dodge. I don't remember what it was. Like into like a tire swing.
Mm-hmm. There was a lot of
and
putties
he's just
going
upside down, and his head is like a quarter of an inch.
There was a
above the
lot
ground.
of putties going into tires, whether it was like the swing or the climbing ones.
That was a good shot where it was like through, and then it backed up into the tire wall, and like it was through it. That was good. It was also the fight music.
Yes,
It's the first like official 100%.
Not 100%. It was instrumental, and then the chorus.
Is there more to it?
It's a full song. It's on YouTube. Look
Links?
up Power Rangers fight.
Fight! Exclamation point. I will link it in this episode's page.
There's also combat.
Yep.
There's others that are just like fight themes, and then there's like the White Ranger, the Green Ranger, some other ones.
The Grow Girl.
I don't think that's on YouTube.
I'm sure I can find
Make
it.
it grow,
I'm gonna do a Google.
Fight!
So yeah, the music starts with fight, and then I was like, oh, that's neat. I didn't know that was the same song as the.
But then we just get like
Take Them Down.
Yeah,
song.
then we just get the music for a second, and we get the
Take them down. I don't know why.
fight
I don't know why they sounded like that.
because it was the 90s.
They do seem a little bit like they're trying to be Pearl Jam, like a little tiny bit, but they don't have like the right like super low voice for it. So there's like a higher pitched Pearl Jam. We jump over to the lake where Bulk and Skull are washing their faces off, and this is some weird cuts that they do real quick. Bulk and Skull are at the lake with the trophy, and this is when we learn that they did in fact steal it.
Yeah.
Even though up until this point, or no, maybe we learned they stole it a minute before.
We learn at the lake because Skull's like, oh, I can't believe we lost. And Bulk's like, well, they're too dumb to keep the prize, and pulls it out of his jacket.
But I think that's before the putties attack. Because
it
then
is
goes-
before the
okay.
putties. Because then we jump back up, and Goldar's like, let's distract the Rangers and
Right.
get the thing.
And the putties. Then we go back to them washing their faces off, just like laying down on the ground,
Right.
throwing water at their face, which I cannot do. I don't like it when water hits my face like that. Then my notes scrolled up. Okay, so then we jump back up to the moon, where Rita is casting a spell, I guess, to turn this thing into Gotan.
Mhm.
I think that is the end of
So does this need to just, like, this spell will turn anything that's a lion
into Gotan.
into Gotan?
And where does this thing go? Like, is
The
this
thing
just
becomes Gotan.
completely transmutes into Gotan?
We'll find out at the end, because Zordon says a thing.
Right. Okay. I forgot that. I still don't actually know, so you're gonna have to cover that when we
Okay.
get there. So Babu and Squad are like talking about how she's casting this spell, and then Goldar's like, "You have to be quiet." And they're like, Squad is talking. Babu says you have to be quiet, and then Goldar goes, "Yes!" as loud as
And
he
then it's
can.
back to, like, Squat. Like, it just cuts to
Yeah.
Goldar so we can go, yeah, elation.
Oh, I don't know what they are, but I'm into that. I'm into them being goofballs with an Egyptian cult theme. So then they turn it into Goldar, and Gotan do a fusion dance.
Fusion.
So they oh, Jacob,
It would just be Gotan in Goldar armor.
be a more effective Gotan, I think, or the goat would suffocate. So
That's good, because when the goat talks, it's weird, because he still moves like his head is talking.
yeah. So turns into Gotan. Gotan. Let's describe Gotan
Oh, he's a goat and a lion.
and the lion.
That's Gotan.
Gotan, not like Gotan.
Nope, Gotan.
Or Goten.
Gotan.
Gotan.
Gotan or go home.
Well, I'm going home then. So he's got a goat on his stomach. He has a green leaf vest. And
It's made out of goat food. his vest.
I guess, but the
I
goat
don't
can't
know.
get to it because it's just a head, not a neck.
Right.
And then he's primarily a lion.
He's a lion. He's a lion from head to toe, but with a goat
With a goat stomach.
face on his midsection.
And apparently he can control the weather.
Hence blizzards.
Yes, which we will see in effect later. So we jump back to the lake, and the monster being Gotan. I just wrote the monster. I was turning your phone for a second.
Oh, the monster scares the men.
Yep, the men are knocked into the... Gotan knocks the men into the...
Gotan yells at them. He's just like, and like these weird orange electric eels come out, and they're buzzing around Bulk and Skull.
It's
right?
like a tornado. It's like, I think it's supposed to be a tornado.
But it's not doing anything to Bulk and Skull. They're just scared still. And then at one point, Bulk looks at Skull, and then he like nudges to the lake and shrugs like, might as well, right? And then they jump into the lake.
Is that what happened? I thought this thing threw him in there.
Bulk for a second looks at Skull. I'm like really far away. He looks at Skull and goes, let's jump. And then they like turn and jump.
That's weird.
I think it was supposed to be these things throwing them. And maybe that was just like
that's our cue.
That's the cue to jump.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird.
It was weird.
But anyway. Wait, no, so they didn't turn Gotan into it. Or did she cast a spell on the moon and down here he turned?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it turned the trophy.
I think I was taking notes, so like my brain
I don't know what
happened. Spaces.
Because Bulk pulls the trophy out of his jacket.
Yep.
And then he must have just tossed it behind him when he washed his face off.
Yeah. I think he probably just put it on the ground while he was throwing water at his head.
Also, when they were washing their face, because Skull was like all into it.
Yeah.
And he splashed Bulk a little bit, and Bulk was like, "Oh, cut it out!" And so then Skull started just splashing him. I love these guys.
Best friends 5 ever. So then we jump over to the juice bar where Jason is punching a punching bag that Zach is holding,
and then Zach punches a punching bag when Jason holds it. They like trade off.
They trade off. So who walks up? But Angela. And Angela
dressed to the nines
is looking fine. So, this is like a date outfit.
Yo, yeah.
She came here to get a date.
She's all dressed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kimberly, on the other hand, is wearing her gymnastics leotard and a zip-up hoodie.
A zip-up hoodie with like floral biker shorts.
Yeah. I'm into it.
Which is fine.
So the zip-up hoodie and the the biker
but Kimberly's more dressed to like be at the juice bar to practice.
Right. Angela looks like she already has dinner reservations.
Yeah.
Like she came here being like, I'm gonna tell Zach we're going to the movies, and he's gonna go. Zach calls her a babosaurus at one point. But
he's also like, I'm done with Angela. But then like immediately
like,
shows off as much as he can.
Yeah. So he calls her a babosaurus. So I think Angela confirmed for the 7th Ranger.
Right.
Stay tuned to see where that goes.
She'd be the dark red Ranger, according to this outfit.
According to this outfit, yeah. I don't know.
Whatever.
What color is a babosaurus supposed to be? I have no idea. So then we just get some more stuff of Gotan. Like this is when we find out it can control the weather. Like
because we go back. We don't go back. We go to the command center.
Yeah.
Pretty sure for the first time this episode.
Yes.
And Alpha's like, Zordon, everything just went crazy. Zordon's like, I know, I felt this before. And then he's like, Rita has summoned her goat lion monster. Better not let him control the weather.
And
that's all the so here's the backstory. Zordon has fought Gotan in the past. And now they just told us he can control the weather, and then suddenly there's a thundercloud.
There's a thundercloud. We come back to the juice bar where it is thundering now, and then there is an earthquake.
Which like this is. Let's cut back for a second.
Okay.
This is like the millionth time. It's like the 5th time. Maybe.
We've had at least 5 other natural disasters.
Not earthquakes. Go back to the monster. Like this is at least the 3rd time that Zordon has been like, I've fought this monster before, or like this monster is familiar to me. So like back then, whenever that was,
at least 10,000 years ago,
they didn't kill the monsters. They just were fighting for like
I don't know. I've had that same thought, right? Because I think about Power Rangers a lot, and what I keep coming back to is her spell book is a catalog.
Right.
It's not really necessarily a spell book, but some monsters aren't made of clay.
Right.
Because the ones that are made of clay, if they are remade, obviously they come back again, right?
We've already gotten that Pudgy Pig definitely twice.
Pudgy Pig twice, but that was the
she turned a pig into
spell,
a Pudgy
and
Pig.
the thing.
And the thing.
I yelled about the thing 2 episodes ago. I hate that thing. I hope I never see it again. It's the dumbest plot device in the history of Power Rangers to this point that I can remember. So there is 2 types of monsters. There's like, or I guess 3 with the advent of Gotan. There is the monster that exists in the world.
Right.
Your not Goofish. The
Madam Woe.
Madam Woe.
That other weird fish guy.
Yeah, the Dick Tracy villain.
Maybe Goofish, because Goofish just jumped out of the ocean.
Goofish did just jump out. I think we did establish that Goofish just exists.
Yep.
So there's Goofish, there's that. There were a couple more, like Scorpina.
Did we say Madam Woe?
Yeah, you said Madam Woe first off.
The Canasty Canite. I don't think they made him.
Canasty Canite just was there. He just was in a box.
Yeah.
They put him in a box. So, like, some are just there. Some are made from clay. And then now she can use spells to turn things into monsters.
Right, so
Zordon in the past killed this. Or fought it, and it went away.
Octoplant just existed
Octoplant
right?
was like a seed that they had to plant.
Right,
so.
okay. So when we end the original footage and we jump into this new footage, Octoplant was pre-existing footage.
Yes.
So that notwithstanding. Like, suddenly Finster's gone. We haven't seen Finster in at least 3-4 episodes.
It's been...
Or more.
I think it's been since at least Doomsday.
So he's gone, and Rita just makes monsters out of things now.
Yep.
She made Pudgy Pig out of a pig. Goofish she just summoned out of the ocean.
Yep. She texted him.
Yeah. Go get Rangers Plux.
Okay, Plux.
He just texted back. K.
Letter K. Winky face emoji.
Jumps backwards out of the ocean.
Guy walking emoji. Tongue.
And now she turned the trophy into a thing, which I thought was Zed's thing, was turning a regular thing into a monster.
Zed's thing is that,
but it seems like
I'm going to make it a monster.
It seems like Rita started that now, and I just didn't notice.
And we
before.
didn't notice the first time through. But the thing that doesn't make any sense is that how could Zordon have fought this and not beat it? But then it was. It's a trophy. Is it
right?
Linked
She had to
imagery?
recreate it.
I'm gonna do some weird leaps here. Okay,
do it. Let's jump. Let's jump around.
Just to see. So
I came to get down, to get out your seat and jump around.
Jump around. Jump around. So Zordon 10,000 plus years ago, when he's Rita's trying to take over that asteroid. I don't know why she was there.
That asteroid.
Asteroid though. That's gonna be the episode. So when she's trying to take that over, or maybe that's just where they meet because she's like, I'm gonna get that planet. I don't know why Zordon was like, you're so terrible, I need to put you in a dumpster. But he decided that
a space dumpster.
And at some point he fought Lion Goat Man.
Gotan.
So he beats Gotan, and I guess he doesn't kill it. Or he does kill it, but Gotan is a weird summon.
He's a spell that you can turn a lion
can turn things
thing
into Gotans, but you need some sort of lion imagery first.
Right.
That makes sense, but it's weird.
It's weird. Whatever.
I mean, I guess that's just how some monsters are now. I guess
we're thinking about this way more than the people who wrote this episode were.
Absolutely. Anyway, enough about the physics of Gotan. We're at the juice bar, and then Ernie comes on. There's some thunder. There's some shaking. Ernie goes, "There's a tornado warning. Everybody into the basement." And then Jason stands up and goes, "Something tells me something's not quite right about this tornado."
Wasn't this when you said, "Oh, come on, guys"?
This might have been when I said, "Oh, come on, guys," because come on, guys, how do you know?
Because he was like, "This one's Rita."
Because the last earthquake we had wasn't Rita, and they're like, "Oh no, an earthquake." So they don't make they're not learning from observations. They're guessing with they're like amnesiac when it comes to these things. They just guess correctly every time.
Also, the door to the basement looked suspiciously like the men's room door.
A wizard did it. I don't know.
I just wanted to point that out because it looked like it had the little sign that had the little guy and then said men's next to it. It was Ernie. I almost called him Zordon. Could you imagine that?
Oh. He wasn't trapped in a time warp. He's just
Ernie.
He runs a juice bar.
Anyway,
Anyway.
I'm not going to jump down that rabbit hole right now.
No.
But he's like, guys, you go get in the basement. That was awful. I have the yips now because CM Strike said I did a really good Ernie impression, and now I can't. But then he opens. What I was like, why is the basement in the bathroom?
I think it was just like a. Just
I
a
think
matter
it was
of
the door
convenience.
offset.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, probably. It's like this is how we can get the most amount of people out.
Yeah.
From this door. So let's go. So I don't know if they teleport now or afterwards, but there is a scene of Zach on his date with Angela at the movies, watching something with explosions and sirens and terribly cheesy lovey-dovey drama. I'm not sure what this movie is.
It's a last action chick flick.
I would watch that. I would probably watch that a lot.
I would check it out.
Have you ever played Max Payne?
No.
No, there's like a soap opera in it called Lords and Ladies that is like super over the top melodramatic, and the dialogue from this movie reminded me of that. Max Payne came out way afterwards. So.
I have no idea what they were saying in this movie.
It was always like it was just like nothing. They weren't actually saying anything of important. They were just like there were words. There wasn't gibberish, but it was like you can't, but I must. You know, like
it was just high five.
Yeah, but without fear. Instead of fears, it was love. I think that's just what I'm getting from their tone. But anyway, so Zach is like, it's getting kind of chilly in here. And he stretches over.
He said, it was really funny. He was like, it's almost like winter. And then he stretches his arm over.
She's like, it's not that cold. So Zach is getting shot down on his date.
On the date that she asked him on.
You are sending a lot of mixed signals, Angela. I think you need to tell him what you want out of this relationship. What is your game plan for this? Because I'm confused. I'm sure he's confused.
He's bumming after that.
Oh yeah, I would be. It only gets worse.
So now we go back to the command center, and the Rangers are like
have teleported. Yeah,
the Rangers are like, we got to fight him, but Zach's not here.
Zach's not answering.
And so Alpha's like, I'm going to try to contact him. But instead of beeping, his communicator just blinks red.
He put it on silent mode because he's in a movie theater.
But then it beeps later. That's weird. This is why.
That is weird. I don't... plot convenience is the only thing I can come up with that makes any sense for that. So Kimberly says enough is enough before they travel... Before they they morph, I think.
No, that was during the fight.
Was it in the fight?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because Zach gets shut down. Then they morph into the fight. Enough is enough. It's time for a change.
Because, what's his name? Gotan.
Who is not a Dragon Ball Z character,
no.
to my knowledge. That he might
Sounds
be.
like one.
It's pretty close. My little brother used to watch it, and I would just get all the names wrong.
Right.
And make him so mad. It was hilarious. To me, it was probably very frustrating to him.
Yeah, so they fight Gotan, and like he beats up red, blue, and yellow.
Yep.
And then Kimberly's like, enough is enough.
She goes to shoot him with
She shoots him with her bow, and then he has a bow.
He has a bow.
He has a stronger bow, because his arrow knocks hers down, and then keeps going into her.
Dang. It's a very good bow.
Yeah.
It's a dragon bone bow. So then... This is also when we find out that it has two voices, and one of them is annoying. And then, like you said, the goat voice will be talking. Only the goat will be moving, but the lion arms will still be miming as if it is controlled by the goat. So who's really in charge?
Both of them?
Both of them? I don't like goat.
It could have been a better dynamic. There's no reason for him to have two heads. It never comes into play.
The worst part is there's not even a Japanese episode that we can go consult to see what's going on because this is all new footage.
Yeah.
This is just a bad monster. I'm not a fan of Goten. I'm putting
He
him-
would have been fine without the goat head.
Yeah, just a lion with a lion who is a hunter,
Just a
who has a leaf vest
Yeah.
and a bow. That's pretty cool.
said they gave him a goat head
Goat head.
on his guts.
Why? Did they ask for this? Or did they just go, we made a goat head lion, a lion with a goat head on his stomach?
From that page that I linked you to, I think it was on that page. I read
That will
like,
have been linked in the last episode.
that like they just made X amount of new costumes in like the same kind of style, and then shot battle and Zord footage for all of them. Zord footage does not get used for all of them, but there is Zord footage for all of them. Some of it is you can just watch on YouTube.
So they had no say in the production of these
From
things.
what I gathered, it was like a quick paragraph that I read, so I don't know. I don't know if they ordered specific ones or if they were just like, we need
on the one hand,
20 more episodes, and they were
on
like,
the
we
one
can
hand,
make
I
20
like
more
that.
monsters.
I really like that on the one hand because like that keeps the spirit of Power Rangers.
Right.
But on the other hand, you get weird dumb monsters like Goten who doesn't need a goat head, and the goat head does not make any sense for the rest of the episode. Like it does not tie into anything. Like the lion is the trophy, you know? So
Right,
like,
and the goat head is just there.
like the goat head's the one that controls the weather, but like you could just as easily have it not
It
control
could have
the
just
weather.
been Goten.
Yeah.
He could have been his bow, his weather controlling bow.
Yeah.
It's Power Rangers.
Sorry,
Who cares?
weirder stuff has happened.
Yeah, like Goten having a goat head on his chest.
So, so then we cut back to Zach. Also, he did the tornado thing again, and this time it actually is a tornado because they're spinning around in circles.
Yes.
And then this is when they're like, "We need Zach. We're doomed." Ah.
Oh my god, no!
And then it goes to,
Oh my god, Goten, no!
Go down. No. So they then cuts back to Zach and his morpher, not morpher. I tried saying communicator, but I said morpher. His communicator goes off.
It beeps this time.
And it beeps because he accidentally bumped the button that takes it off
Sure.
movie theater mode. And it was in airplane mode. Now it's not. Now it's in beep mode. And so he's like, oh. And I'm like, what was that? And instead of saying, like, that's my pager, it's probably my mom. Wanted to know where I am.
He's a teenager, right? And she just took him from the juice bar.
Right. Well, she's also a teenager. They go to
Right,
it's not
but
like she's, like,
she
25.
left her house all dressed up and told her parents, I'm going on a
I'm
date.
going onto a date.
She just took Zach from the juice bar.
Yeah, he didn't get a chance to like call his parents. Like, hey,
Yes.
I'm gonna be late. I got a thing. Like, I mean, I imagine at this point they're like, you kids are late for various reasons that you make up. Whatever. You're all
Right.
good kids, so we don't.
Yeah,
really
you're not
mind.
actually getting in trouble, so whatever.
That we know. I mean, you were in detention that one time, but I think you learned your lesson. So
But instead of saying something
that makes sense.
that makes any sense, he says, oh, that's my popcorn alarm.
Popcorn alarm.
I'm going to go get some popcorn.
What?
Because he's got his day telegraphed to the second, and that he knows when he's going to want some popcorn.
Or at least he wants Angela to think that, which is
Right.
weirder than I have to go fight a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was the game plan here, Zach? There wasn't one.
He's not really that good at thinking on his feet when there's a pretty girl. Like,
That makes sense.
he just got mush brain. He's like, it's popcorn alarm, go
Popcorn
bye.
alarm. Ah, popcorn! So he leaves, and he is like, oh, Zordon, what the heck do you need now?
Right? Like, check the viewing globe before you
Right?
call Zordon.
I mean, he's
This is
needed.
the only time you're not watching these kids. Why isn't that where he just goes? Why isn't it X is not answering their communicator? Let's check on him.
Let's do a Google. Like, I mean, like, that is a good question. Why doesn't he know? Because this happens often.
This is a little bit of a Zordan thing.
Little bit. Another thing is, he's needed, so I get it. Like, because they're all spinning in circles forever. He's gonna throw up in
Right.
their masks.
Don't.
It's gonna be stuck in
Don't
there
ever
forever.
Don't ever talk about that again. There's already that episode way down the line where Kimberly sneezes in it, and it's gross. I don't want to think about anything more than that.
Well, I'm sorry. So they're gonna spin forever. They're gonna spin off a cliff into the water. They're gonna keep spinning all the way into the ocean. They're gonna drown. So Zach is needed.
Right.
All right, but he still could have, like, I don't know, checked like because earlier, like, He could have called like a minute or two before.
Because here's what he could have done. He could have checked, oh, Zach is on a very important thing. Because he says, this is way later, spoilers. He says when Kim leaves, he was like, if you want to go do gymnastics, do that. I don't want Power Rangers to ruin your life, basically is what he says.
Right.
So if he looks and sees Zach on a date and he's like, oh, crap, I don't want to ruin that. He's been trying to get this forever. He could just be like, Jason, Zach's busy, figure it out. And Jason would just figure it out.
And then
that happens every time.
And they would have course corrected, and they would have been like, oh, if we spin the other way, we'll counteract the tornado. Thanks, Billy. Whoop, and we're done. And now we kill the guy, and then we kill the man, and then we can leave.
Or just like Goten would have gotten cocky and done something stupid and made,
something. They would have used teamwork to get them out because teamwork was very important. They would have
gung-hoed.
And everything would have been fine. But instead, Zach has to leave because of his popcorn alarm. So now he teleports, and he is mad. Like, he's like, I'm going to beat you up for hurting my friends and for ruining my date.
Goten's going to pay.
So he, like, jumps at him with an axe. He kazaz him with the axe, and, like, they fight for a second. It's enough of a distraction to get the other Rangers to stop being dizzy.
Right.
And he, like, beats Zotan.
He takes entire charge of this fight.
Yeah, he takes, I said Zotan. He takes Goten out, like, by himself. And then Rita's like, oh, you stupid thing, and then throws the wand to make it grow. There is also, at this point, there is a little snow pattern overlay over all the footage.
As he grows, yeah.
Yeah, and it's over the monster, the fight, it's over the Megazords.
It's over all the old
sequence,
stock footage, too, yeah.
Because it's snowing now because of the goat makes it snow.
Because he got big and now it snows. So Zach says we need dinosaur power.
We need dinosaur power because
and Jason's busy. Like, yeah, no, we do. Jason's like, I'm not messing with you right now.
Zach makes all of the calls for this fight.
Yep.
Because he has places to be that does not involve fighting
and when he got
monster.
there, I was like, I hope Zach just trucks through him, and he pretty much does.
He basically did, yeah. And if
there's just the one hang up during the giant fight, which we're gonna get to in a minute.
Okay, so Megazord, they call out Megazord. It's pretty expedited. They don't hang on it. They didn't come in short this week, thankfully.
Right.
They start
also
fighting.
like shortening it makes it feel like Zach's rushing the fight.
Like, more like frantic and like important that they finish it. Megazord gets frozen.
Megazord is not built for New England winter.
Nope. Thank God they're in Southern California, or else.
Because 6 months of the year. It doesn't even look like he's frozen. It's just like what my car looks like after a good snowstorm. It's just
covered in a light dusting, yeah. And then Zach goes, is this the thing you were talking about? Or is it?
No, it's at the very end.
The very end. Okay, so Zach goes, oh, the left tread is still working. So we can use that to spin ourselves free. So they start spinning, and that heats up the Megazord.
I like to think they just got this footage of a frozen Megazord spinning and had to figure out how.
I would love to be in that writer's room when they're like, what is this crap? Why is he got snow on him? Why is he spinning now? And someone's like, okay, okay, all right, he's spinning. That okay, the left tread still works, and that melts him?
they just filmed fight scenes with no context,
right? And then they would just film inside the cockpit of one of them shaking their head and hunching over a little bit,
right?
And then they'd be like, oh, that one talks, so Zach figures it out, and then they get spin to warm yourself up.
Left tread is working, spin, and you break the ice.
And that makes you warm up and shake the snow off. So then Zach calls the power sword down.
He does say power sword, doesn't he?
He does say power sword. I thought I wrote it down, but oh no, I'm looking way farther up. Okay, so he calls it the power sword. It's not the mega sword, because I think maybe that's a choice that Jason made.
Because his is the power sword.
So he's like, if I call it the power sword, I'll get confused. So I'm going to call it the mega sword.
Right.
Zach was like, well, we called it the power sword for so long, that's just what he's used to. So when he's in charge, he calls it the power sword.
And it's not summoned by the call. It's summoned probably by a button press in the cockpit somewhere.
Oh, I imagine.
Like
there's a switch.
So he's like, let's summon the power sword. And Trini's like, got it.
And then they do the hand motion because theatrics. And so they do a little spin. They slash. Goatman dies. Goat Lion.
The Goatman. They kill the Goatman.
They kill the Goatman. He gets hit, and then there's like a weird like starburst thing, like inwards, and then he jumps backwards and lands and explodes.
Yep.
Okay. What is your problem with the fight?
Did I have a problem with the fight?
You said there was one thing about the fight, one hang up about the monster fight.
I did.
You said there was a hang up, and then I said, "Is this it?" And I said, "No, it's at the end."
The thing I was talking about was
Not the monster fight.
Zordon says a thing that tells us what happens to the trophy. That's when they go back to the command center.
Is that?
I might have said there was a hang up during the fight, but I don't remember what it is now.
I think maybe you heard me say something wrong, and then now we're having the same conversation, but without knowing what the other half of it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so they go back to the command center, and so what does Zordon say? I wasn't paying attention.
He's like, "Good job, whatever," and they do their regular thing. But then Zordon's like, "I'm sorry, your trophy had to be destroyed." So the trophy turned into Gotan. Was the thing.
So okay, that doesn't make any sense.
Because usually they beat the monster and the thing comes back.
And it turns back into the thing.
But this time it was destroyed.
Well, that's a Zed thing. That's Zed's power.
Happened with Kimberly's spinning wheel.
There is a precedent. I don't know. Okay, you guys have heard me talk about Evil Space High, right? Do you remember? One of the classes is like spells and stuff. And like there's a lot of different kinds of spells. And
right.
Rita is super good at enlargement spells.
She's top of the class at making things grow.
She was the best at making monsters grow. Zed is super good at transforming things into monsters. And he's so good that whenever they die, it turns back into the normal thing. Rita's not so good at that. So sometimes she gets it,
right,
like with the spinning wheel. Sometimes she doesn't.
All right,
with the trophy. So there is my explanation using a thing that I made up.
I accept your terms.
That is 100% not canon yet.
And then Zach, jumping back to the command center now. Zach.
He's like, I got a date. I forgot all about Angela.
No, because he says... Oh, because Zordon's like, I'm sorry, your trophy got destroyed. And then Zach parrots a line that Jason dropped when they were punching the bag. And he says, we don't need a trophy to know that we're winners. And then him and Jason fist bump. That's not the end, though.
Wait, no, there's a date. You forgot about your date,
I'm
Zach.
on a date. He's like, oh, crap, I'm on a date. He's been gone for like at least an hour.
I don't think it's been an hour. It's
been like 40 minutes.
I don't think so, because he teleported in, and they fought, and they came right back.
But these dinosaurs have to come from all different parts of the world.
But they teleport in. We've established this.
Why don't they just teleport out? Why do they have to run out first?
But they don't need to be in them for that to happen. So
okay.
So
he's definitely gone for at least like half an hour.
I'm thinking 10 to 15 minutes.
That's longer than that.
I don't think so. It doesn't feel longer than that because he jumps in, he teleports. Because when you morph, you teleport to where you're needed. So he morphs,
right? Teleports
to where he's needed, hits the goat. Goat grows. They fight. They teleport back. The only reason you're thinking it's longer is because there was a commercial break. Like, they teleported right back. So like. It could have been like 4 minutes.
Well, they were just hanging out in the command center for a while.
I'm saying
because we cut back in after they're already there. I'm saying 25 to 30.
Tweet us. Let us know what you think if you watch.
He was gone long enough for Long Line to not be a good enough excuse.
Maybe she's just impatient. I don't know.
She is Angela.
She's giving a lot of mixed signals. So. He goes back and he's got 2 giant tubs of popcorn. So we also did have to wait in line because at least he's selling his alibi.
Right.
Right. So he's like, sorry, long line as he sits down and he hands her.
He comes back rather because Zach's a dude.
Zach is a man.
And she is sitting like, oh, this boy did not.
No, he didn't. And so he hands her popcorn and she takes it. She stands up very Van Damme.
Very Seagal.
Just stone-faced. Turns to him, pours the popcorn on his head, and then puts the buttery bucket right down on top, and then walks away.
These guys are begging for Pudgy Pig. They're just... this is twice in a row now.
They're like, testing fate.
Look at all this popcorn. And then on Raw last night, Dean Ambrose dumping a bunch of popcorn all over the place.
Right into the thing.
Stealing your boy's soda.
That was my boy, Ricky. That guy's soda was Ricky Starks. That was the best wrestler that Austin, Texas has.
Yeah, look up Inspire Pro on YouTube and just watch Ricky Starks for a little bit.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Because their first...
5, 6 shows?
Well, everything before In Their Blood is on YouTube.
Yeah, I think it's 6.
Like 6 or 7, maybe?
Less than 8. Definitely less than 8.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Ricky Starks. You can go onto my personal Twitter and you can see a picture of me and that guy giving thumbs up.
That's also the same guy that Ryback slapped tuna in his
Yes,
ear.
you will recall him from Ryback tuning him in
WWE
the ear.
fans will be a little more familiar with that. Yeah. Anyway, that's
enough
our
about
wrestling for the day.
Enough about our local wrestling promotion that is the best wrestling in the entire world.
It's my favorite wrestling.
It's so good. It's so good. Watch out for Delilah Doom someday. She's been at it for like a year, and she already gets it a lot more than a lot of people, and even some people in the WWE get it. She's going to be making waves, so just watch out. Anyway, back to Power Rangers. We're just about done. We were so close. But so my note earlier, you said womp womp. I was like, I have a note about that. It's then. It's when she dumps it on his head. I wrote womp womp. So then they go back to the juice bar, and they are hanging a bucket of water. What did I miss? Why? What is happening? Because in a minute, Bulk gets water on his face.
They are hanging a bucket. Are they trying to play a prank on somebody?
I don't know. Also, let's talk about this. Bulk and Skull come
Maybe
in.
they're washing something.
Okay, all right. I'll accept that. Bulk and Skull come in. An officer has arrested them and is returning them like they are children that were caught like trying to jump a fence or something. And so he's like, anyone here know who these kids are? And
we need a positive ID.
A positive ID.
Because these guys saying,
I am this person.
I'm Farkas Bulkmeyer and I'm Eugene Skulovich is not...
They are not believing it.
Good enough.
I have a couple questions about this. Number one, why is an officer of the law involved in this?
Because they were in a lake with no swimming.
Okay, that brings me to number two. No swimming in this lake, but they're in this lake. Why are they still covered in mud?
Because they were all up in that lake. They were all up
but water
down in there.
Dissolves mud, right? I'm not alone in thinking this. This is not like a me thing.
I don't know. Because they're Bulk and Skull.
Because they're covered. Bulk has something on his nose that makes it point out like Pinocchio. They're like, we need a positive ID on these. And Jason's like, yeah, it's the two swamp monsters from the Black Lagoon. And then Billy's like, unfortunately, we do know them. Because Billy is still like...
Well, because Bulk's like, guys, it's us. It's your friends, Bulk and Skull. And then Billy's like, unfortunately... Unfortunately, he's right. That's our friends, Bulk and Skull.
That's our friends, Bulk and Skull. And it's also, I think Billy is just like, he's a police officer. I need to tell him the truth.
Right.
Like, I know I'm not like Billy's a square, but I think he's just like, that's an authority figure. I should not lie
that's
to
just
him.
That's what I do.
Unless he asks me about being a Power Ranger, then I will
I
lie
got
for
out
my
of
teeth.
I got out of a speeding ticket because I told the cop how fast I was going.
Was that Officer Martin?
No, it was some guy in like Templeton.
Oh, okay.
But he's like, do you know how fast you're going? I was like, probably about 55. And he was like, you're very honest. I'm just going to give you a warning.
Nice. Anyway, so then Bulk starts like doing a jig. He's got something's going on.
Yep.
In Bulk, he's got the Pee Shivers.
This is my favorite part.
And then
Bulk and I could hang out.
Okay, let me finish explaining, and then I will talk about it. So he's doing this jig, and then he reaches into his pants, or did it come out of?
It was like his shirt. It was like up in his shirt.
Then he pulls out this little froggy who is jumping around in him, and he just looks down and looks back up and makes this super goofy face. And Josh went, oh, because that's Josh's favorite animals are frogs.
I like frogs a lot.
I was like, it's a really nice moment between you two. And then we end on just Bulk's doofy face. That face is going to be the episode title, by the way. So,
you got to get it quick, though, because the credits come up pretty fast.
Yeah, it's like goofy face credits. So I need to.
But that's your black magic.
I'll get there. I gotta catch up on.
Because here's what happened: we record, and then for me, suddenly it's edited. Suddenly, there is an episode picture, and then for you, now it's uploaded.
Yes. Yeah, it's basically like the other once we're
because
done
I was
recording,
thinking about it the other day. I was like, to find like a good picture, like you have the idea probably of what you want, but like you still have to scrub through the episode and find it.
If I don't
you can't just open the episode and go, it's right here. That's the picture.
If I don't have one already, I will. The first thing I do is I do the What Was Kimberly Wearing's because those are the easiest to find. And then while you're scrubbing around for them, because there's a little preview on Netflix,
right?
Because I take them from Netflix because my computer won't let me screenshot DVDs because it's a built-in safeguard, I guess. From
but Netflix is like, yeah, no, whatever.
Single frame piracy or something. I don't know. Maybe VLC will let me do it. That'll have better quality. But anyway, so you can scrub through. You see like a little preview of like what you're over. and then it's just me like clicking, and it's always like seconds off of where it is, and then like hitting back and trying to pause it at the right time, trying to pause it where it's not like motion blurred.
Netflix should just have a frame by frame option.
I mean, yeah,
specifically so that you can take an easier
picture of Power Rangers. Yeah, that'd be nice. But I mean, I'm not gonna ask a multi-million-dollar corporation to bow to my needs. So
that our 6 to 10 listeners can have a positive
up to 30.
Upwards of 30, maybe. It's a really arbitrary number.
It's hard to figure out. But yeah, that's the episode.
That's the episode.
Yeah. So it was a good one.
It was good. This is a pretty good. I could have had Pudgy Pig for a birthday episode. Instead, I got this, but this is fine.
Yeah, you're close. I think I have a friend who has a birthday on the 8th. Charlie is the 11th. Everybody is the 20th.
I don't even know who that is.
You never met Charlie?
No.
He was a school friend, and then he like went to college in Lowell, and then he joined the Air Force. So it's probable that you would never have run into him. But like Leighton is the 23rd, Jacob's the 22nd, Eli's the 25th. Like there's a week where like everybody I know
in February.
Yeah.
It's a good month. Whatever comes 9 months before that, I'm not doing the math right now, is a good month.
I don't know
for parents with kids about our age.
I only know what comes 9 months before June. That's when my mom and dad's anniversary is. Do the math on that. So, anything else? Any final thoughts?
Not really.
On Lions and Blizzards.
This is good.
Happy birthday, 8-year-old Josh.
Thanks.
Get an episode with a dumb monster, but with a goofy little frog bit at the end. So, I mean, it evens out.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't like was stupid Ghost Face.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it was fine.
I'm excited to see if I get a birthday monster, because I don't think I do, because my birthday's in the summer. And I don't think they go over the summer. They might.
I don't remember.
I'll just control F.
There's like a million episodes, so maybe they do.
It's probable.
It's summer right now. Is there a new Super Megaforce coming out?
Not till August 31st. Which, by the way, you got to finish watching Megaforce.
I don't have to do anything.
I want you to finish watching Megaforce.
Oh, I did. I finished Megaforce the other day. Yeah.
What's the robot's name?
Robo Knight.
Not that one. The other one.
It's not another one.
There is another one.
No, it's Robo Knight the show.
No, it's Robo Knight the show, but there's a robot monster who's a good guy. What's his name?
Ro Bishop.
Wrong. You didn't watch it at all. Don't you try to lie to me, Nichols.
I'm just going to look that up now, if that's going to be. I'm going to just look up. I'm going to just read.
What was Gia wearing in episode 18?
Oh, a yellow shirt, pants, and a leather jacket.
Maybe you have watched it.
I'm just going to look it up on TV Tropes and read everything real quick, and then I'll be all caught up.
Here's what happened. Somewhere they cut out 20 episodes of whatever of Ghost Tiger.
I saw pictures of it's like a Super Megaforce screenshot, and Gia's wearing the same gosh darn clothes.
Dang it, Gia!
Come on, Nickelodeon.
You have the budget.
You're better than this. I grew up on you. You're good at kids shows. What are you doing?
We're just gonna have to watch and find out.
Or maybe that screenshot is from the one episode where she wears that outfit again.
Maybe. Hopefully. We can all hope.
That's my least favorite. Like, I hate that it turns into Robo Knight the show, but like my least favorite thing is just like, look at them wearing the same clothes all the time so that you don't think they're different people because you're kids and you're stupid.
If we get to Super Megaforce, or to Megaforce, we're going to do what was Gia wearing. It's going to be the same thing every time. And
I'd rather do what was Emma wearing.
Well,
but there's just two different kinds of people in the world, I guess.
Yep. I'm Gia. Good hashtag get it. But doing a what was Gia wearing every time would drive you probably crazy.
I would
after the
hate
third
that.
one. It would make me.
There would be a couple episodes where she has her workout clothes on.
At one point, she's wearing a helmet because she was on a bike. But anyway, we're gonna end here. We've been babbling a little bit.
That's how you know we're done.
Like we do. So thank you for listening. MorphinGrid.tumblr.com is our website. You can email us at littleidiots.morphingrid@gmail.com. We're on Twitter at MorphinGrid. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/themorphingrid. We're on iTunes and Facebook. If you want to leave us a rating and review, we would appreciate it. That's all we got for now. My roommate's getting home.
Perfect timing.
So until next time, may the power protect you. Hey, everybody, welcome to Morphin Grid.
No,
I'm
do that
Jake.
again. That's awful.